Hello, hello,
Hi.
hello, Gurudev. Thank you so much for joining me today. What a
Wow.
nice treat it is to have you here.
Hi, Sheena and Great.
Hello, hello, hello.
Lovely. Lovely. Today
Can
is
I
a very significant number,
tell me?
22/11/2022.
Yes.
So
What's
the
gonna
date
happen to me
ends with
today?
2022/2022.
I love
Double
it.
piece.
Double piece.
Yeah.
So can I take a moment because I know that there are many people here who already know what you do, and there are many people here that are wondering what you and I are doing having this conversation. So can I just take 2 minutes to talk to them? And please feel free to interrupt me because I'm very used to that.
Oh, yes. Oh,
Please
yes. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
feel free to interrupt me if I say anything out of the ordinary, or if I say something that you feel like it
Yeah.
needs to be corrected.
I
But
anyway do that.
you anyway do that. Okay, perfect. I'm used to that. So anyways, you should go ahead and do
Who
that.
interrupts you?
Who interrupts me?
What?
Who interrupts me?
I don't know. No, don't. Guru, see, you're telling lies like
I'm
this. Oh
not
my
tell.
God.
Okay, I'm a teller of truths. That's all I'm going to tell you. So I'm here with a very, very, very positive beacon of light. The art of living master, if you would like to, is that how you refer to yourself? No, yes?
He won't,
Yeah.
but
He
that's who
won't,
he
but that's
is.
who.
I know who he is. So
So if you guys are familiar with the art of living is a principle. It's like a philosophy of living, more than an organization. It's like a movement, correct? And
Correct.
it's based on core values of peace, finding peace within oneself, finding ways to unite people in society from different cultures, from different traditions, from different religions, nationalities. It doesn't matter where you come from. It doesn't matter your race, creed, age, doesn't matter your gender, anything. All are welcome, and all are just about finding and uniting through peace and love, correct?
Making life a celebration.
Making life a
oh,
celebration. I love
solid.
that. Do you, through laughter? Kind of?
That's all we do. We
That's all.
laugh.
So we kind of celebrate life too, same to same, we laugh a lot. We celebrate people of all different religions and nationalities and colors and creeds, but we just join in laughter, not necessarily in peace and celebration
And
of
that's
life.
what we need. Peace sometimes is very flat, but one step above peace is this sense of celebration, happiness, joy, and unconditional love. Yeah.
I love that. I love that. I think that that's why we were so excited to be able to speak with you today, because a lot of our values as a family are just so rooted in those values and love and unconditional celebration of love and happiness and joy.
Why you shout at me so much?
You're not supposed to tell everybody.
Oh, sorry. Only love. No shouting at me ever when I don't put the dishes away.
So,
Guruji, is that okay?
You know,
If you shout at your spouse
especially
when they don't do the dishes?
when people are in depression or they feel very restless and miserable, then happiness appears to be an utopia for them. So for them, first step would be, okay, peace, inner peace. Are you calm? Are you calmed down? Are
how
you
does one
calming
find
down?
such, when there's so much happening around us, how do you find that calm?
Slow down.
Oh,
I
Yeah,
would say
slow
slow
down.
down and cool down. Cool down.
got it, got
You,
it. So I
you
have a
say
question.
that, you
Yes,
all say that. Often you say cool down, and people take it so casually and they really don't do it. And there is a
yes.
method to cool down, and that's what I call meditation. Yeah.
Oh,
Meditation.
Yeah.
I
In
was
your
afraid you were going to say, I've
workplace,
heard about such things, but
see, in your workplace, and people get really upset, what you normally tell them, hey, cool down, all will be well.
chill out.
Right?
yes,
And but nobody knows how to cool down.
right.
People are never taught how to relax.
So how does one
So
do
you are
that?
all, if you are in the hyper mood all the time, you will break up. You break down sometime. That
Yeah.
breaking down of mind is happening so much in the world these days. That is
Right.
where I would say you have to find that inner peace first, calm down, slow down, find the strength. And once you find the strength, then you will be giver of happiness to everybody around you.
Right. Right.
So, is it fair to say every time I tell her, hey, chill out, I can say this is the guru's words, not mine? Calm down. It's fair.
Oh yeah, no
Yeah.
problem. You can say it, Guru's words. No problem.
So I have a
But you
question
say
for you.
but you have to say it. I have experienced it too.
Oh, okay.
Oh, see, I like this. I like this. This has to come from him too.
Yeah, yeah.
I love that. So I have a question for you. And people ask me this often, and I mean, I cannot possibly answer this with a true yes. But are you positive every single day? Every single day? Is it something that, like, do you have true happiness and you can remind yourself of all of your blessings every single day?
You know, your nature, our nature is like that of an atom. The center core of every being is like the proton, which is positive. If you ask a proton, are you positive all the time? What it would say, yeah, it's my nature. Come on. You see? So when you are centered, you can't but be positive.
Hmm.
And if you are collecting lot of stress and other things around you and live
Yes.
with it, then you tend to become negative. And that is where I say meditation is like cleansing any stress that comes on a daily basis. Not even
Right.
daily, morning to stress should go away in the morning, should not be carried to the evening, you see.
Right. Almost on an hourly
That is
basis,
where
you need to.
hourly, I would say twice a day, if we meditate, do some breathing, you cannot hold on to any stress any longer. Yeah.
So, for our friends watching that don't know how to meditate or don't know, do you have any tips? Do you have any tricks of how to get started, or do you have any tips on basic where to just enter this?
You know that you go to the app, Art of Living app or Sattva app, and there are number of meditative practices that are put in the YouTube. So you go into any one of them. Art of Living has given the profound meditation a simple way. So
Mm,
step by step for a beginner, that is the most I would recommend. There are so many. There are Yoga Nidra and there are so many other meditations which takes you into more imagination than
right,
deeper transcendence. Yeah.
right.
So better not get caught up in the imaginative thing because it only tires more.
So start with
I have
basic
heard
breathing.
some of the Yoga Nidra in which the instructor is giving you instruction. Now imagine you are walking in the beach, holding someone dear to you. Suppose you have 3 people who are very dear to you, then you will start wondering whose hand am I holding now?
Yeah.
You
Right.
see?
That can cause
It
drama.
can create confusion. So
Yeah.
you go on an imaginative trial which doesn't let you meditate. So
Right.
Art of Living has done a very scientific way of calming the mind down and bringing the best out of oneself.
Got
And
it.
it is evidence based. Science have done a lot of research on our techniques, and it's in about 108 universities here in America today.
Right.
It's being taught
Only.
there. Some universities have taken for credit also. Yeah.
Amazing. You know, when I told some people and some friends that we were getting this opportunity to speak with you, I started getting questions from everywhere. But one theme I saw was pressure. Family pressure to do well in school, to get a job, get married, start family,
Have
and
babies.
so on. Just so many different things because people allow their families to set expectations. And I said, you know what? I know one lifestyle that people don't normally grow up thinking this is what I'm going to do, but I'll ask you. How did your family react when you said, you know what, I'm going to be a guru?
My God.
I'm going to teach people how to celebrate life across the planet. It's going to reach 400 or 500 million people over the entire globe. That's what I'm going to do. How did your family react, Guruji, when you said this is my mission?
You know, one thing, you know, I became guru by accident. And I never said I'm going to be a guru for the whole world. No, no. But definitely I used to say, people waiting for me around the world. One day I'll be traveling. This I used to tell my friends in school days, and they would come and ask my mom, "You have your family around the world?" And then mom would show me her, stern face and say, "Why do you lie to these people?" Then I didn't know what to say. I felt very embarrassed so many times, but I was compelled to say to people, our family everywhere.
Yes.
What do you, in a more serious tone, what do you say to people that take on those pressures from their family, from their parents, and how do they, balance their desire to be a culinary chef with father's desire for the person to be a doctor?
Or a comedian on social media.
Everyone encourages that.
Yeah, I mean, you see, of course, you have to listen to your inner calling. At the same time, we must also respect our parents' vision for us. See, sometimes if you just leave it to only students or young people, everybody wants to be an entertainer, and that doesn't bring you enough money, you see, to sustain your life. So you have to see, suppose you feel completely a misfit in the profession that the parents want you to go, of course you have to then step out and choose what you really want. So I think life, there is always a balance that you have to strike between what you want and what your elders want, especially in the teenage. You cannot just hold on to either one side and say my way or the highway thing, sort of. It doesn't work so good.
Right.
You must recognize that now parents want the best for you.
Right. And, on the subject of balancing that, I remember as I was younger, sometimes your parents say something and you get angry and you're frustrated and it makes you want to lash out, or it makes you want to explode or just have a burst of anger. How do you suggest one controls those things?
No, that's okay. That's okay. See, you don't have to be every day need not be so even. So what if some days we have fireworks at home? And it's okay to have.
It's okay that I have fireworks once in a while.
But don't make it a
You can
regular
turn the volume down on your
feature.
side, Guruji, if you need.
We shouldn't make it a regular feature every day. It loses its charm.
Oh,
So
I understand. Yeah,
you get so tired of it too.
This is
You
good
get so
advice.
tired.
Take the
Spicy
fireworks
food
down.
is good once in a while, yeah.
It seems like my children have sent you a note to share this with their mother.
Okay,
Mama, turn down the fireworks.
I have another question. A lot of what I say, because over the last few years, I've had this incredible thing happen. Yes. This incredible thing happened. I don't know how much of our story you know or how much of my story you know, but I spent a lot of time at home with my children, with my family, all the while sort of telling myself that I wanted to share my voice and my music with the world. And for many, many years, I put it on the back burner, but I would always say, the universe is infinitely wiser than I am. The universe will manifest this for me. It will manifest in some way, shape, or form. Do you think that we can do this? I say it, and I believe it, but I don't know if there's actual fact in this. Do you think that we can actually manifest something if we truly with a clean and pure
Yes.
heart believe it.
Yeah. Yes, in these two things we must bear in mind. One is you can't just say, okay, universe will manifest me, it will come and put me on my lap what I need. You also have to make effort towards that. Again, here there is a balance between your intention and your action,
Right.
and your faith and your dynamism. Someone is very lazy and they think just keep dreaming of becoming a millionaire and it will simply remain a dream. So you can dream and you have faith in it and work towards it,
Right. You have to put the effort in.
Effort, yes. Effort. With the full faith that things nature will give you the best.
Okay.
Yeah. And when you want, when you ask, when you desire anything, you should say this or anything better. Who knows?
Oh.
The
Oh, I
nature
like
may
that.
be wanting to give you something even better than what you wish.
Yes.
So your
Yes, I
wishes
forgot.
should always have a clause, exit
And
clause
better.
that says anything better.
Yeah. And sometimes I feel like the thing that is better for us is not necessarily what we see as better in that moment, but over time it becomes a
Correct.
little more clear
Yes.
to us that that might actually be better.
Correct. This realization comes by our own experience. When we look back and see,
Yes.
sometimes we worried unnecessarily, which were not worth it. What
Yes.
spending so much time and putting so much strain on our own nervous system.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
So
going to use that next time I'm negotiating a change in my salary. I'll say, I would like this or better. I will leave it
absolutely,
optional to them.
absolutely.
Or
I,
better.
Gurudev ji, I have a question for you also. I know we'll
Yeah.
keep firing questions and then
And
ultimately you'll get tired
you
and
tell
you'll
us
say,
when
okay,
you're
enough.
tired of our questions.
But if you, to the point you said, how you sometimes learn from experience, if you could have a conversation with your younger self 30 years ago, what would you tell him?
Nothing.
You'd scare him. Man from the future has come.
I just smile and I keep smiling, and that's what 40 years ago, 30 years ago, so I did it. So it will be just a mirror image of what I am, what I was, and what I will be. Have you seen this in the museum or some places in some hotels? You have this mirror, so many mirrors, and you stand
Yeah.
there and you are seeing 1,000 reflection of yours, and that's what each one of us is. When our being reflects in many events, many incidences, many events, but there is something in it that doesn't change. And when you log on to it and that's it, you won the whole game.
I think that's the hardest part, is to remember what that essence is and not lose that, hold on to that entirely throughout the course of your existence.
Now, once you know it, you can never forget it.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
the trick is to just even once get a glimpse of your true nature. And for the meditation is preparation for it. When you prepare your mind free from tension, stress, and when you see the futility of all the other things, when you see life from a huge, the big context of universe, then this happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. I have one last question, and then
Yeah.
we
Go ahead.
will let you carry on with your night, because I know
Okay.
it's getting late. So much of our lives are online these days. So much of our lives. And there are so many positive aspects to this, such as this conversation, this amazing conversation that we are so blessed and fortunate to be able to have with you through this digital medium, right? We can have people all over the world tune in and watch and share in this moment with us, wherever they're coming in from. But still, somehow, and this is something that we discuss often in our home, we're somehow missing out on the joys of the real world and the here and the now and what's happening right in front of our very own eyes by always being on our phones or by being connected or by being in this digital space. How do we strike that balance?
The preoccupation in the mind is responsible for this. And again, I would come back to the point I said earlier, stress. If you are stressed, though you have nice things around you, you don't enjoy anything. You don't enjoy a nice meal, you don't enjoy a beautiful sunset or a great walk in the garden when your mind is the clutters in the mind will prevent you from being here and now. And that's where you must attend to our breath and meditation. These things are so invaluable for life, to enjoy life here and find the inner freedom. Okay?
Yes, yes,
All the
absolutely.
best to you and
Thank
continue
you
the
so
wonderful work
much.
you're
Thank
doing.
you so much.
Thank you,
Bye.
thank you, thank you. Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.